Hardest song to play live. The beginning of Carousel is probably the hardest part of the set to play live for me. Although after playing it for almost 20 years, I have gotten able to play it while standing up. I don't have to sit down and make a joke out of it anymore. I can actually play it standing up. Tell Tom to play his Strat again. I will. And I have. And I do. Man Overboard sucks. Okay? You can always skip it on your CD player. And it's only on the Mark, Tom, and Travis show and the Greatest Hits, so you don't necessarily have to listen to it if you don't wish. Best stop on tour so far. There have been a lot of different stops on the tour that have been awesome for different reasons. You know, a show like Philly was rad because it was so big. It was totally sold out. Detroit was like the fastest show to sell out on the whole tour. The other night in Tampa was super fun, just randomly. It was awesome. Yeah. Why do you choose to remove Snake Charmer? We haven't chosen to remove anything. We have what's called a standard edition of the album and a deluxe edition of the album as well. And in my mind, the deluxe edition of the album is the actual album itself. Because we didn't feel like we had 10 songs and then 3 booger songs that we just added on to the end. We didn't feel like this album had any booger songs, and the songs that we didn't think were great, we dropped altogether. So it was difficult to choose which ones would not be on the standard edition, and it was just a band consensus. Let's see. Why is there not a deluxe edition version in the UK? There should be. How tall am I? 6'2". Which song from the album did you enjoy writing the most? Well, the most different song for me was Fighting the Gravity. That was very fun just because it was completely non-traditional, and I didn't set out to write a song with any hooks or catch or anything except being weird for the sake of being weird. So that was fun in that way. Songs like MH 418 2011 was fun. I like the harmonies in that song. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I posted while I was trying to write the harmonies for that song, where I was trying to do it on the fly, and it sucked. But it ended up being good, I think. Okay, I have to slow this down so I can read some stuff. Will you say bye to me? I have to go to work. Bye-bye. Have fun at work. Do I have signature base models coming out? I just had 2 new models come out. It's a kind of a see-through paint where you can see the wood grain, both in white and in the green. It's really cool. What happened to the Porcupine? Porcupine's still clubbing, man. Everywhere. London, Tokyo, Buenos Aires, New York. If there's a club, the Porcupine is there. Are we playing a secret show at the Glass House in Pomona? Not that I know of. Not that's been booked at all. If somebody's saying that, I think that they're wrong. Are we ever going to perform Shut Up live? Maybe. Maybe. Comments on the album leak. Ooh, the album leak. Let's talk about the album leak. You know, in this day and age, you pretty much expect that the album is going to leak. Mostly, I'm very, very glad that people like the record. It's really cool. It's really cool that after 8 years we can come back, release an album, and people even care about listening to the album. And the day that the album leaked, it was just overwhelmingly positive response, and that's really important to me. That's really the most important thing to me, is that people like this record. When Blink broke up, we were kind of, we were at the top of our game right then, and to come back, after so many years and release another album. I think the most important thing to us was doing something that was really good and that wasn't going to kind of be less than Blink was. And hopefully we did that. I hope that you guys like the record as much as we do, and as hard as we worked on it. I hope that you guys enjoy it. So, also the really cool thing is that everybody that downloaded the leak was like, hey, I really like this album, I'm going to go buy it now. Which, I mean, I'm not here to debate people downloading music versus whatever, but, you know, I think that in the end that the leak was a positive thing for our band. How about that? Will Blink ever play in small clubs? Yes, absolutely. We love that. Do I have a vinyl collection? I did. I don't anymore. I had to give away my vinyl collection. I had to give it away. So I gave it all to good homes. All the vinyl has good homes. But I don't have a vinyl collection anymore. How about dumping Chelsea and joining Man U? Can't do it. Can't do it. I'd be a glory hunter at that point. Pardon me, my wife is calling. Hello. Hi, I'm on a web chat with a few thousand people. Can I call you back? Okay, great. Have a great dinner. Love you. Bye. So annoying, right? So annoying, right? Let's see. Do I ever watch myself on YouTube? I do not. No, I don't watch myself on YouTube. Do I sing along with my own songs if I hear them on the radio? Maybe. Maybe I do. Do I think the Naked and Famous are up and coming? Yes, I do. I love the Naked and Famous record very much. And in fact, I tweeted about it the other day and ended up connecting on Twitter and then exchanging email addresses with Tom. And I think we might do something together in the future. Why is Neighborhood so dark? It's a good question. I don't think that we intended on the record sounding as dark as it does. I don't think we realized we were writing such a moody record when we wrote it. It wasn't until after the album was finished that I sat down. I went into Tom's dressing room and I sat down. I was like, you know, our record's really dark. The lyrical content especially is really dark. I don't think that the songs themselves sound depressing or dark in any way, but I think if you listen to the lyrics closely, I think that if you deconstructed it, there's a lot going on in our heads. And I don't know why that is. I assume that it's the fact that we've gone through a lot over the past 8 years, still working through a lot of things. So I think that all made its way onto the record. When do the Blink bundles ship out? I don't know. I think this week. We're still donating things. I have to ship. Hang on, I'll be right back. I have to ship this to California to be part of the stuff. This is the T-shirt that I wore in the Up All Night video. As you can see, it's a wizard driving a convertible Trans Am, throwing up the rock sign, blasting through space in front of the moon. So this is going to be one of the items for the bundles, and we haven't been able to get everything out to California where it's all shipping from yet. So the people that ordered early might not get some of the cooler things like the signed basses and the signed guitars and drums and T-shirts and things like that. So we're getting those out today. Hopefully they get turned around as soon as possible. Does Travis never ever talk? Obviously you haven't come to the shows on this tour because he's spoken quite a bit on this tour. Meaning he's spoken at probably 3 shows. What happened to the Praying Mantis at the Hershey show? I don't know. Hopefully he's moved on to bigger and better bands. But that was really cool when we played a show in Hershey. It had been raining. And I don't know why it had to do with it being rainy, but a gigantic probably like this big, praying mantis, came up on the stage. And I didn't want to step on it, so I scooped it up with the headstock of my bass, and it was on the headstock of my bass, but then it started climbing down the fretboard toward my hand, so I kind of shook my bass a little bit, and it flew off, and I thought it was gone, and then I turned around, and it's actually perched on top of my microphone stand. Like if this were my microphone stand, it's my flashlight here, if this were my microphone stand, it's sitting right up here, but it's all reared up like this, ready to strike me. So I couldn't sing for like half a song, and then it flew off again, and I thought it was gone. I turned around and saw Travis's drum kit, pointed right at him, and then it flew back over on my side, walked all the way across the front of the stage, got over to Tom's side, turned upstage, walked up, and then walked up his microphone stand. So, trying to steal the show. And did a very good job of it. Do I know some insults in French? I do not. The extent of my French speaking ability is je vais à la plage, which means I go to the beach. I say it when we play in French-speaking countries to try and pander to the French-speaking audience, and sometimes it works. Favorite Beatle? Paul McCartney. What are my thoughts on the modern pop-punk scene? I think that there's some cool bands. I think that there is a desperate need for a breath of fresh air in the pop-punk scene right now. That's what I think. What's it like touring with Matt and Kim? Matt and Kim are awesome. Matt and Kim are the most jovial band that we've ever toured with. They're always smiling. They're always happy. They're fun to hang out with. We hang out with them on days off. We hang out with them before and after the show. They're cool. Everybody on this tour is awesome. There's no egos. There's no weirdos. There's no anything. It's just a good time. Pardon me. Let's see. Can I phone Tom? No, I believe that Tom is in the air right now. He's flying back to the tour. He went home to visit his family. Can't wait to see you guys at the Jimmy Kimmel mini concert. Well, we can't wait to perform for you. It's going to be October 3rd. 3rd? Is that right? Let me open my fancy-dancy computer. Yes, October 3rd, Jimmy Kimmel. Watch us. We're going to perform a mini concert there. We're doing 2 songs on the air, and I think we're doing at least 3 more afterwards. Although last time we were supposed to play 5 songs, we ended up playing, I think, like 8 or 10, because it was so fun. Mark, you have a nice tattoo. What is it? I have my son's name, Jack, on this wrist, and I have my wife's name, Sky, on this wrist. And a lot of people think it's like a tribute to them, but it's more that I can remember their names and how to spell them. So when I come home, I can be like, hey, Jack, how you doing there, son? Oh, and there's my gorgeous wife, Sky. Yeah. Do I smoke weed? I do not smoke weed. Nope. Not my thing. Can I really dance to anything you want to sing? Probably not. In truth, I'm not a good dancer. Are there any finished songs that did not make the record? None of the songs that didn't make the record were finished. They were dropped off fairly early on in the process, I think. There was a song called Not For Real that was a song that I wrote for my son that I left off the record. It was pretty well finished, but I didn't like the way that it went. So hopefully next album it'll get worked out. All right, I have an interview in 15 minutes with Jim Rome, so you can listen to me on The Jungle. I'm going to sign out now. Thank you very much. I was only supposed to do this for 20 minutes or half an hour, and we did it for 45 minutes because you're all so awesome. Thank you very much. Now, I will figure out how to log out of this. Don't look at me while I figure it out. Don't look at me while I don't understand how to log out. Do I just What if I just do this?